Insurance and pop culture meet just like that. I'm going through everything with the agent over the phone, and he's telling me, he said, all right, well, so do you smoke cigarettes? I was like, nah. He said, so do you smoke marijuana? I said, no, I don't smoke marijuana. He said, okay, cool. Do you drink? I said, no, I don't do that. You or anybody in your family had any surgery that's been cosmetic? I said, no. But it made me think. I said, what would have happened if I told you that one of us had something, some type of surgery? He said, well, have you? I was like, no. I said, but I have a podcast and I want to talk about it. So, just any information you can give me is good information. He said, give me a second. So he's like, look, anytime y'all hear somebody do this, anytime y'all hear them keys start tapping, yo, that joint about to be ridiculous. So I said, how much would their deductible be if they got the implants and all that stuff? He said, well, based off of what I'm looking at now, they would have like the $3,500, $4,000 deductible. I was like, y'all better be happy with what you got. Be happy with what you got. This is the part that nobody talks about. Welcome to the Man Lucrative Podcast. I'm the host, the one, the only Magneto7 in the building. Y'all know I love a dope pre-show. That pre-show got to be fire. That joint got to give me the energy. I'm trying to suck. Well, no, I'm not trying to suck. I'm not trying to suck nothing. Big pause. I'm trying to get all of the energy out. How about that? I'm trying to get all the energy out so we have a dope show. But anyway, welcome to another episode of the Man Lucrative Podcast. This is episode 105. Yo, Shame in the chat said, whoa. Yo, I be having a lot of pausable moments on the pod, and I don't do it on purpose. It just happens. So please charge it to my head and not my heart, huh? Here we go. But this is another episode. I am kind of up in the air. So last week was the first week we did 2 pods in a row. I've still been doing a late night show. I've still been going back and forth with the artists. Do you believe in the Moors of America? We gonna talk. So I want to definitely go ahead. Y'all know how I like to start each pod. I'm gonna start out by shouting out everybody in the chat. So we gonna say, what up, Sheen? Hold on. Let me cue the clap. What up, Sheen? What up? Pray John, what up? Randy, what up? Trench, what up? Captain Munch, what up? Hold up, are you a munch? Free M up. Yo, Skull F. I'm not gonna cuss on the pod today. Have I cussed already on the pod? I promise. I was trying not to cuss because I don't want to be demonetized. So I'm trying to do better, y'all. Please don't put nothing in the chat that's gonna project me to want to cuss. What up, Tony? Trevor, what up? Who else we got in the building? That's all I see right now. But welcome to another episode. Y'all, I've been asking all of y'all to send me, what up, everybody in super chats? What up? I be leaving out YouTube because y'all don't talk. Y'all just, I'm just going ahead and log in right quick. I'm going to log in. Y'all probably at y'all desk, ain't you? I'm going to be loud. Yeah. I know they probably be at their desk trying to listen to the podcast. All right, I won't do that no more. I promise I will not do it no more. All right. That's it. I promise. That's it. Yo, you playing viewers' songs? I do that at night. At night, I do my music reviews with independent artists. So please, if you want to send some music in, send it to Magneto7Booking. Magneto7Booking at Gmail. It is a $10 entry. Just let you know. But ask anybody else that's in the chat, like, it's well worth it. I don't just review the music. I give you some, like, instructions on what you can do to build your following and all that kind of stuff, too. So, yeah, tap in. I go live from 10:30 at night to about 12 o'clock in the morning. Last night, they held me hostage. Last night, we was on to about 12:30, almost 1. No, it was past 12:30, about 1 o'clock. So, Yeah, come through tonight. I'm going to still be here. So, again, welcome. This is episode 105. I have had a lot of y'all send me things to talk about, and I appreciate y'all. I really do appreciate y'all. I have a few issues, though. When I ask y'all not to send me certain things, don't send it to me. But I get it. A lot of y'all that send stuff, especially on YouTube or Instagram or wherever y'all tune in from, a lot of y'all will send stuff, and I appreciate it. But I think I'm trying to get us out of certain conversations, those shade room conversations, those baller alert conversations. Look, y'all know the shade room and the baller alert is like the new version of tabloids. Back in the day when your grandmama would go to the grocery store, yeah, I saw in the tabloids where Eartha Kitt was dating Red Fox. You'd be like, what? That's what I feel like the shade room has become. It's that. And, they making a bag off of it, which I ain't mad at their hustle. But for me, I'm like, I want to progress the conversation. I want to make sure we got some type of substance. But I'm not gonna make this the grown folk podcast. We're gonna have some fun this morning. So, this goddamn on cheesecake lady, she's still here. Yo, I tried to get through the weekend without hearing about this cheesecake lady. DJ Shay, what up? But I tried to get through this weekend without hearing about this cheesecake lady. And then I tried to get through my Monday without hearing about this cheesecake lady. Some of y'all news outlets that's posting and do these interviews with certain people that just go viral because they're having a viral moment, y'all nasty. Y'all not even looking at the whole scope. All right, so these are my questions. Because I told y'all I didn't want to talk about the cheesecake lady. I don't want to talk about Will or Jada. I don't want to do that this week. And I don't want to do Candace Owens, right? I'm going to attempt to not talk about this goddamn on cheesecake lady no more after today. Let this Denzel Finger, let this be the last day we going to talk about this cheesecake lady. I'm done with this cheesecake. In the chat, all right. I love to do this because now it's just, I take the heat off of me and I'm going to put it on y'all. Sheen, Skull F, Trench, all this on y'all. I'm assuming that y'all are fellas because y'all got dude names. It look like dude names. So, all right, so by a show of hands, Ricky just joined. I see you. By a show of hands, how many of y'all think the cheesecake lady is cute? How many of y'all think the cheesecake lady look all right? Y'all know who cheesecake? All right, so it's a lady. She went viral. It's probably been about, is it 2 weeks? Golly, she has held us hostage for 2 weeks. None of us. So none of y'all think the cheesecake lady is thick. She look cute. She look all right. Like, how y'all feel about the cheesecake lady? First off, before I start going in, I don't want to go in prematurely. Pause again. Yeah. Nope. Okay. I got a note from down south, the connect, I guess. Yo, Quay, last person. I'm sorry, audio listener. I'm talking to the chat. If y'all want to join in on the chat, you can get on YouTube or you can get on TikTok. I've been telling y'all this for weeks. But since y'all ain't here, y'all won't experience some of the fun. So, all right. So we got nope. Quay, do you think the cheesecake lady is cute? I don't know, but I'm definitely fond of cheesecake. Okay, cool. All right, so see, I'm glad you said that. This is a whole different perspective, and that's what I want to talk about. First off, cheesecake lady, you're not bad looking. Come to the camera, right? You're not bad looking. You just got high expectations. You got a Roof Chris. You got a Legal Seafood. Legal Seafood is one of those spots down here. You got a Papa Do's. She probably wouldn't even want to go to Papa Do's. Knowing how her attitude was in the camera, you probably wouldn't even want to go to Papa Do's. And that's nasty. Because you going to spend some bread. Every time I've been to Papa Do's, I spend some bread, right? So the fact that this... I about said the F word. I'm not going to say this. Pat on the back. But the fact that this broad says that I'm not getting out the car. Look at me. Look at how I'm looking. We already talked about that part. Now, my next thing, the thing that I want to know is, where did you get this little Indian man from? What? Cheesecake lady, where did you get the Indian man from? Did you get him from Walmart? Did he approach you at the gym? Like, cause let's be real. Fellas, it's majority fellas in the chat right now. Let's be real. Them Indian joints that be out here in these streets be alright. So what made the Indian man go to this black woman? For one, right? And then the fact that you agreed to go do this date, right? The fact that you agreed to do this date, were you just getting a free meal? If that's what we're doing, let me tell y'all a story. This is a little small story right here. And I'm not going to stay here too long because I didn't want to talk about her in the first place. But since we're here. Back in the day, I think this was probably when I was in high school. Shouts out to Reese. That's my homeboy, like my ace boom coon. He was my best man in my wedding. Reese said, yo, you know what? No, I wasn't. This wasn't high school. I was in college, actually. I was in college because I was feeling myself. I was him. I was becoming him. In college, I was becoming him, right? And Reese said, yo, man, this is girl, bro. You need to holler at her, man. We didn't have TikTok and Facebook and Instagram. We did have Facebook. No, we had Black Planet and we had MySpace. What y'all know about Black Planet and MySpace? Them joints was hitting back in the day. But anyway, so Reese says, yo, I want you to holler at this girl, man. I'm not going to say her name. If you're watching the pod, I thank you for your support, but this is about you. I'm just letting you know. So Reese says, yo, I got this girl I'm going to hook you up with, bro. I was like, okay. What she look like? Reese said, boy, she thick. You know, all you got, man, just take out to eat. Y'all go on a double date or something. Go do your thing. He was only after the cheesecake. So look, we go. I'm talking to the girl on the phone. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Her voice sound buttery. She had that butter voice. I'm like, ooh, wait, what, you sound like this on the phone. I can't wait to meet up with you. Where we gonna go? Y'all know where we was gonna go to the date? The date was gonna be at Applebee's. I was in college. I'm just saying. I was in college. It was Applebee's. I had a small tender spot for Applebee's because that's all we had in my small city. All right, so we setting everything up. We doing our thing. I said, all right, I'm going to come pick you up around 7 o'clock. I'm going to come pick you around 7, maybe 6:30. We're going to do some. Y'all, I got to the door. And the family had a decent house. It wasn't a bad house. It wasn't in the trap. It was nice. I was like, all right, cool. And she sound good. So I was like, okay, she might be one of them. Y'all, she came to the door. This girl about 300 pounds. I said, that motherfucking Reese. And Reese said, bruh, I only did it because you told the other girl at your college that I had a girlfriend. I was like, cause you did. Like, what was the point? He was like, payback. So I was a gentleman, right? I still took her out on a date. And we get to Applebee's. Yes, it was Applebee's. So we get to Applebee's, and keep in mind, she about 300 pounds. I'm not joking. She's about 300 pounds. Looking like that's exactly how he tried to get me. So we at Applebee's. We sitting at the table. I'm looking at her. She looking at me. I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm trying to smile. I'm trying to give her good energy. But I'm just like, this one is big. Like, if I wanted to do anything, I can't. She is humongous. She is gigantic. Is it gigantic or gigantic? Which one is it? Gigantic or gigantic? I always get them mixed up. But anyway, we sitting at the Applebee's table. She ordering food. So I'm like, all right, cool. She ain't eating too much. She being modest. She doing her thing. I was like, all right, cool. I ain't going to be too mad. I think Reese was out there with me, but he's just looking at the table. He looking at me at the table like this. And smirking. He's smirking the whole time like this. So I said, okay. I said, I see what you... Yo. Both were... Okay. So we looking. He looking at me. I'm looking at him. He looking at me. I'm looking at her. She like, so tell me a little bit about yourself. At this point, I don't want to talk about nothing. I'm just trying to be done with this date. So we about to ride, and she says, wait, it's my birthday. So I was like, oh, for real? I was like, oh, okay, I bet. That's what's up. It's your birthday, my bad. I ain't even realize it. Like, yo, you should have said something when I first picked you up. It's your birthday. That's dope. That's dope. Well, happy birthday to you. So they come out. She tells the waiter it's her birthday. Do y'all know where this is about to go? Do y'all know where this is about to go? So she tells the waiter, it's my birthday, and yeah, whatever, and this, and that. So the waiter comes out with a big tray of like sweet stuff. So you do. The waiter comes out with a big tray of sweet stuff. You got this chocolate thing, you got this ice cream, you got chocolate flakes on top of it, and everybody's singing happy birthday. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. And then they go through it, they leave, right? She starts to eat. I was like, yo, so how old you turn? She's like, oh, yeah, it ain't my birthday. I was like, this B wanted to get some free sweets. I said, okay. All right. So I say all that to say this. That woman from Cheesecake Factory remind me, she wasn't 300 pounds. She was not 300 pounds. But it remind me of that. Like you're going out to get a free meal. You're just here to get a free meal from me. Like, what are you really doing? So, little Indian man, go find you a nice little Indian lady. Don't deal with all of this. You're better than this. Homie, if you want to come through, matter of fact, I want to interview the Indian man. I'm gonna reach out to see if we can find the Indian man to get him on the podcast. Let him know that the fellas is behind him. Little Indian man, like if anybody in the chat on TikTok or IG or YouTube, if any of y'all can find this Indian man's name, find the Indian man's name. Tell him to come to the podcast. We're gonna find him a nice, wholesome Indian woman, huh? We're going to find him a nice, wholesome one. Right? Now, see, you heard thinking. Yo, that's exactly my point. But see, all right, check it out. This is my thing, right? This is my thing. I ain't going to get on. It's a lot of celebrities that I just be wanting to talk about, but I don't do it out of respect. But after they do certain things, it makes me have to, like, hey, what up? I hope, is that Glow? Okay, all right. I'm gonna be kind because it might be some women in the chat. So I don't wanna ruffle too many feathers. But when it came to, again, this is the sandwich method. Y'all know about the sandwich method? The sandwich method says I'm gonna give you a compliment, then I'm gonna give you a stab in the middle, then I'm gonna give you another compliment on the top to put it in a sandwich. So it don't hurt as bad. It's a little tingle, but it don't hurt as bad. All right, so I'm gonna get a sandwich method. The girl from the Cheesecake Factory, she was cute. Again, she wasn't bad looking at all. She looks like a nice, cute auntie. She's a nice, cute auntie. And I'm pushing 40, so I can listen. I'm becoming him still. I'm still becoming. At some point, I'm gonna get all my teeth fixed. I ain't gonna have no gaps. I'm gonna have no gaps. I'm gonna be 60 with fresh teeth. 60 with fresh teeth, no gaps. But anyway, that would have had to be a triple stack. Yeah. All right. But anyway, you go focus. I'm gonna focus. All right. So, lady, you look cute. You wasn't terrible looking, but if this nice little wholesome Indian man, y'all know he probably an engineer too. Y'all know this Indian man probably an engineer making good money, nice 100,000 plus a year. Yes. Yeah. I'm done with her. Like, she got everybody that's in all of the news outlets, please do not do any more interviews with this lady. Please stop it. Because y'all embarrassing the black women. Y'all ain't embarrassing the men. Y'all been embarrassing the black women. All right, next up. And this pod is going to have a whole lot of relationship talk because that's what y'all keep sending me. So if y'all want to talk about some other stuff, now, we will talk about the money towards the end because you can't be no Mad Lucrative podcast without talking about some money. So we're going to talk about the money at the end, but we got a whole lot of relationship stuff to talk about. And next up, this is a real quick one. I think I have personal information that I don't want to share. I have personal, maybe on call center. Hey, all right. Y'all, so at Brian McKnight, I love you like an uncle. But you're doing too much. Everybody is now going to be looking for Brian McKnight to do anything anything petty. They're looking for you to do this, Brian. Don't give it to him. Please don't give it to him. Stop. Whatever you're doing, just stop doing that. Don't do it no more. Because y'all know Brian McKnight changed his name so it matches his new son's name. which means the original son or his oldest son won't have the same name as him. That's petty. That's petty. But again, I'm not going to touch too much on that. I do want to get on this Tyrese thing, and I do want to get on these single women in, what is this, in Houston? Yo. Y'all be sending me some fire. I ain't going to lie. Y'all sending me some fire. All right, so next up, we're going to go to the ladies in Houston. No, this is in Phoenix, Arizona. We're going to go to the ladies in Phoenix, Arizona. What's up? What's up? Here we go. What's she talking about? Let me pull the screen up.
Okay, I'm confused. What happened to strong, independent women don't need no man? What happened to women not wanting to date men anymore? What happened to lonely, single, and desperate men would do anything to get a woman? For some reason, the math is not mathing. Because from what I'm hearing about singles events, it's flooded with women. Women are looking for relationships. Women are looking for relationships despite whatever they're saying online, that they prefer to be alone without men. See, women are not being truthful. They come online and they say they don't need a man. They don't want to be in a relationship. They don't want to settle. But then when you see a singles event, it's primarily all women. Where are the men? Yeah, we know where the men are because they don't want to deal with it anymore. You see, there's a big difference. When women say they don't want something, they actually want it. When a man says he doesn't want something, he means it.
We good. Yo, I got to give her a clap for that. All right. Hey, queens, are y'all tired? Are y'all tired yet? Please tell me that y'all tired of this. Please tell me that y'all ready to do some things together as couples. Let's unify. Let's be great. Let's be great together. Are y'all tired of this? We got to be tired of it. I know y'all tired of it because I'm tired of it, right? Y'all ain't nobody in Super Chat just tell. There we go. Y'all ain't tell me that the live sign wasn't on. What we doing? Hey, Amber, what it do, Amber? So I want to touch on this for a little a short second. Where do I start? I think that we have now in the U.S. in our culture, I'll say in our culture because it's not just black, it's not just white women, it's a lot of women in a certain age demo. We have now started to over leverage. We're over leveraging beauty and we're over leveraging status. That's what I think. I think we're over leveraging beauty, over leveraging status. I got you. And it seems like a lot of what's going on right now is because I would say men, but I feel like the men have always had to over leverage status and value in the marketplace so we could become something and actually take care of whatever is going on, right? I'm not getting into the traditional talk. I'm not getting into none of that today. I'm just going to say I feel like we are focused on the wrong thing still. We're just focused on the wrong thing. If you look at if these single women, and I'm going to just let y'all know in the chat, let me see, you got any tips for upcoming rappers? I do. Give me one. Let me finish this statement, then I got you. But so when it comes to these women, and y'all, she wasn't bad looking. She was beautiful, right? The issue is this. If you're over leveraging, I got to get my nails done. I got to get this BBL. I got to have these type of clothes on. I got to have this type of makeup on. I got to go to these type of restaurants. I got to have this type of house. I got to have this type of car to drive. All of this stuff is putting value on stuff, right? We're not really putting value on developing as a person. What are we bringing to the table when it comes to conversation? How are we problem solving? How are we processing our emotions? How are we processing our thoughts towards other people, especially the other gender, whatever that is? I think we need to take some more time. I want everybody to pull a Steve Jobs, right? I want everybody to try to pull a Steve Jobs. Y'all know what the Steve Jobs is, right? Do y'all know what the Steve Jobs is? I'll wait. Okay. No, you don't know what the Steve Jobs is. All right, the Steve Jobs is this. wear the same thing every day. Just wear a t-shirt with jeans every day, and let's see what type of personality that you have when you only are wearing one thing every day. It can be clean. You can have 1,000 of the same jeans, 1,000 of the same t-shirts. But I want to see how y'all look, especially the ladies. I think fellas are used to it. Like if a dude, like in my previous job, I had to wear the same uniform every day. It was a blue shirt, khaki bottoms, or blue bottoms. The epitome of blue collar worker, right? I had that job. So I was used to wearing the same thing every day because it made me, that was a part of the job for one. That was my position. And for two, it wasn't a focus on what I was wearing. The focus was on what type of customer service was I providing? What type of character was I bringing into the office? Was I a person that was well received in my office space, or was I a person that people were like, yo, I can't stand when this mug come through, right? So I want to see what that feels like for a good week. Let's see what that feels like for a good week. If you need beats, holla at me. Okay. All right. So that's what I want to say for that part, right? The second half of that is this. Like this beautiful queen said, yo, don't say something if you don't mean it. Don't try to pull the whole Jedi mind trick. You're a mind reader, yo. You should know what just like Cheesecake Lady. You should have known not to bring me the cheesecake. No. Where did you want to go? Did he ask you where you want to go? If you said this is a rule of thumb, ladies, please come in. All 40% of y'all that watch the podcast, come in. This is for y'all. If you want to go to a certain restaurant and you have a certain expectation, and you want to date, say you want to date, you want to find that good man, you want to get married, you want that ring, you want the babies, and you want all that stuff, right? If that man asks you, all right, so cool, you agreed to go on a date with me, that's cool, where you want to go? Your answer better not be, it don't matter, surprise me. Let that sit in. That answer bet not be, it don't matter, surprise me. You bet not. If he does that and he surprises you with a Cheesecake Factory, you better keep your mouth closed, go in there, eat that cheesecake, eat that, what they normally have. They normally have like pastas and stuff like that. You better go in there, eat that pasta, eat them biscuits, eat that cornbread, whatever they got over there. Get you a piece of cheesecake and say, thank you for the beautiful date. You better do a follow-up and at least be cordial. Be cordial with people. It don't cost nothing to be nice to people. Just be nice. But no, look at me. Looking like I look. Oh, Lord Jesus, it just beat me alive. All right, so I'm going to come to the chat. Jason Howell. Let me give you a clap, bro. What up? What up, Jason Howell? Appreciate that. Ill City. What up, boy? What up? Infamous. Yeah. Yes, sir. Infamous. Pastor Calvin. What's up? All right, so any advice for up-and-coming rappers? My advice for up-and-coming rappers would be figure out a way to go against the grain. Don't do what everybody else is doing. That's the first advice I would give you. Go against the grain. If everybody is trapping it out, they're doing drill music, they're doing whatever, you can do a version of it, but don't do exactly what they do. Because if you do exactly what they do, you are fighting against a market that's already built. You're fighting against something that's already running. Case in point, if it's like this, right? Say you're an independent artist. I'm gonna make you a dope independent artist. I'm gonna make you a dope independent artist. Say you're an independent artist, and your status and your skill puts you in the space of being like a Lamborghini, right? So you're a Lamborghini. You an independent artist. You just one Lamborghini. You fire. You got the tints on your window. You got the wheels. You got some custom interior. You probably got some dang on like yellow paint, some canary yellow. You got that fire, right? But then you see a train. This train consists of Drakes. This train consists of Lil Durks. This train consists of the Amigos, the Glorillas, the Lottos, the Jay-Z's, the Lil Wayne. This train consists of all of that, right? But you still a Lamborghini. You're a dope Lamborghini. And you trying to go beside this train. Guess what? You will never build up as much momentum as you need to compete against this train. Don't try to do what the train does. If anything, you say, oh, that train is dope over there. Okay, I see how they're going. They're going that way. Let me go ahead and go over here. When you go over here on this other side of the tracks, you're going to have thousands and thousands of people that listen to your music. And they're going to probably coach. I don't know if this is a hack for a lot of rappers and a lot of singers, a lot of songwriters. This is a hack. If you go against the grain and you start to build your community of people that like to listen to what you do, guess what? Nobody will ever be able to infiltrate your crowd. Your crowd is now officially your army. You can tell these folks, look, man, I need y'all. Just like the dude, what's his name, Kai? Or the dude that was in downtown New York that was giving away PlayStations and the police had to come, like, break everything up. That's the power of community and influence. Real influence. Not the puff. Yeah, I'm an influencer. Oh yeah, for real, you're an influencer? How many people do you influence, man? You know, I got mad people. Let's see what that looks like in a concert space. Let's see what that looks like if you send a text out or you send a tweet out and you say, hey, I want everybody to show up at 10:30 today. Y'all come at 10:30 today. We about to go crazy. If you have nobody to come show up, one reason I could say that I've noticed why a lot of artists mess up. They mess up when they try to do exactly what the business is doing. You will never compete. Don't compete. Don't compete. Create your own space. And it might be a bigger, it's a headache, right? It's a headache up front. But look at the dynasty you're building. I don't remember how many deals it was that Dame said he tried to go get Jay, and no label wanted to sign Jay-Z. The Jay-Z. Billionaire Jay-Z. Nobody wanted to sign him, right? So that tells me that's the blueprint. How they did things is the blueprint. It's been done too many times for it not to work. If you think about how Jay did, you parallel that to Master P. You parallel that to even Dr. Dre and Snoop and all of them. Do the parallels. It's always the same. It's the same equation. I'm going to go out here. I'm going to get hot. I'm going to start making money. I'm going to get some I'm going to get a following, and we're going to keep it going. The issue the issue that's come up is a lot of artists try to go for what feels convenient. The deal feels like it's convenient, right? The deal will never be convenient because you'll never be able to eat like you should be eating on the back end. You're going to always be. So record deals are pretty much check to check. If you start cashing in your following and your status for the check with the record deal, you will always be behind. You are officially the blue collar worker of that label. And that's why a lot of times, and I ain't mean for it to be business and music talk. We're going to have some fun still. But that's why a lot of artists go and get these deals and they think it's going to be the solution to something, right? They think it's going to be the solution to something. But then when they turn around and they see 5-10 years from now, they wonder why. Yo, why is the exec still eating? Like, you still got a Cullinan? Your daughter still drive a Porsche? Y'all still stay in that type of house? How? Guess how? This is how. They own stuff. They own stuff. That's how. They own stuff. So, artists, producers, maintain your rights. Maintain everything. Work on your craft first and be confident in your sound. Hey, Ill City, I like that. That's right. I like 2 weeks ago. Okay. Yeah, so if it's anybody in the chat that's an artist, I do coaching calls. I do also do music reviews at night. If you want the coaching call, it's the first tab in my link tree. If you're on YouTube, it's in the body of the bio, and it's the first tab. Like I got I got literature. I wrote ebooks. I got a lot of stuff. If you want any of my ebooks, go ahead and put promo code MAD50. Promo code MAD50. You'll see my ebooks in my link tree. Everybody on YouTube, y'all know what my stuff is. It's in the, y'all see it. But if you want the discount, it's half off MAD50. All right. So hopefully I answered that question. I want to be a rapper because, yeah. Well, the music industry is not necessarily dangerous, and this is why. So last night I listened to a guy. I can't remember the name of him. It might still be in my queue. But it was a young guy I listened to last night. What was his name? It says This Morning now. Sheesh. All right, so if anybody from the chat was here from last night, if y'all can, do y'all remember that rapper I listened to and I said, yo, I want him to have fun? I was like, yo, the pictures and stuff look like he mad serious. Hey, Patricia. It was like, I said, the pictures seem like it's mad, like serious. I want him to have some fun with his music. If y'all could tag him in the chat, I don't remember what his name was, but I want to say that because I noticed, and this is to your music industry is dangerous standpoint. The music industry is nothing more than a bank. Think of the music business as if it's a bank. You know, what y'all do at a bank? What y'all do at a bank? Y'all make deposits. In this case, it'll be a deposit in the form of a music catalog, right? And then what else you do at a bank? You get a withdrawal. You can withdraw money from a bank just like you withdraw money from the music business. You say, all right, I'm going to cash in this catalog in the form of a publishing deal. I'm going to get paid, right? So the music business gives you your check. The only difference is with the regular bank, when you put the money back in the bank, you still own whatever else was already still in the bank. With the music business, once you cash in that publishing, you cash that joint in, you might take about 10, 15, 20 years to pay that joint back because they're going to tag on the interest. If you're an active artist and you got concerts and you performing at the Grammys, you performing at the AMAs, you performing at all these events, they're going to tack on your budget to whatever money that you took out of your deal, right? Are you following? Do you follow? Do you follow? Samsung, what up? Are you following? They're going to tag on whatever you charged up. While you were, okay, you got it. Whatever you charged up while you were in that deal, they will tag that on with interest. I had to talk about, and I'm not going to say the name of the label. I showed some people in my chat last night my actual paperwork, they like the documents with numbers. They're like, yo, sheesh, that's some money. But anyway, I said I would have never signed this deal had I known this, right? And it's a whole lot of other options. What up, Reese? Hold up, man. Let me give Reese a clap. Reese been with me. Here, Ryder. Yo, Reese. I ain't trying to be nasty or nothing like that. I ain't trying to be creepy. Send me your address. I'm gonna send you a Mad Lucrative tee. I'm gonna send you a Mad Lucrative tee because you've been rocking with me. But yeah, so everything that you get from the business, you will get. They're gonna tag on the interest, and then you better hope that you stay active long enough to pay it off. And that's why I never, like a lot of the artists would try to get into the whole Puff Daddy, the Puff Daddy situation. Yo, he take everybody publishing. He take everybody this, and that. No, Puff didn't do that. Puff was a good businessman. Puff technically went off of, now, I get the idea of good, the idea of being a good businessman. It's up to the eye of the beholder, right? Good is like, yo, that joint bad. Like back in the day, we start to adopt bad. Yo, that joint bad right there. And it meant good. That's what I mean. So, granted, he may have only led off of a very, I don't want to say toxic, limited. I feel like Puff may have been operating under very limited resources and very limited information. So therefore, when he handed his artists certain deals, he only handed them deals based off of what the business was already doing. What we do now didn't exist, right? Now, granted, artists had a little bit more freedom back then, but you get it. I ain't mean for this to be a music talk. What up? But all right, so on to the next subject. again, if you wanna have more music talk, come back tonight. Come back tonight. We gonna talk. Tonight we gonna music reviews, and that's the space for every independent artist just to spit whatever they need to spit. Like we talking. All right. So next up. Ooh, this is a good one. Healthcare coverages. Hold on. We gotta. Yo. Yo, please share the chat. Because we about to talk right quick. So as I'm on a voyage to get everything where we're technically, what's the word I'm looking for? Independent. Where we're independent, we got enough stuff where we could take care of health insurance and cars and all that kind of stuff. Whatever expenses we have, right? And as I'm on the conquest to get certain things taken care of, I don't have a 9-to-5 no more. I don't have a W-2 employee no more. So therefore, I have to provide health care insurance and health insurance for me and my family by myself. I don't have an employer to help out with that cost now. So I started to do some digging. I said, okay, well, I only got 1 month. I got 1 month, then I need to pick up next month and pay for it myself. All right, so I started doing some pricing. I think the last time I checked, it was like $1,500 a month. For 4 people, it's like $1,500 a month last time I checked. So I was like, all right, maybe some things have changed. I don't know. Let's start doing some digging. So I started doing some digging. And I leaned in on one particular company. I'm not going to talk about them because they're not endorsing the podcast. But this one company that I came across, I said, okay, let me do some digging. So I got on the phone with the agent. And this is where insurance and pop culture meet, just like that. Straight like that, all right? So I don't know if y'all noticed in the chat. I don't know if y'all have noticed, all right, over here. I don't know if y'all noticed, whenever you do any kind of like car insurance, health insurance, homeowners insurance, anything that's like super high, I'm gonna say a super high subscription based model. Cause that's all it is technically. You're paying for something until something happens. So anyway, I'm going through everything with the agent over the phone, and he's telling me, he said, all right, well, so do you smoke cigarettes? I was like, nah. So he says, well, is that a no? Like, do you smoke occasionally? What do you do? I said, I don't smoke nothing. He said, okay, cool. So just say nothing. I was like, cool. He said, so do you smoke marijuana? I said, no, I don't smoke marijuana. He said, okay, cool. Do you drink? I said, no, I don't do that. He's like, none? I was like, no, I don't do that. He's like, all right, cool. Okay, cool. Have you had any, or you or anybody in your family had any surgery that's been cosmetic? I said, no. But it made me think. What up, Patrick? It made me think. I said, okay, nobody in my family has had any kind of surgery like implants or any of that stuff. I said, so just as a question, this is what I asked the agent. I said, just a question. I said, for conversational purposes, what would have happened if I would have told you that, yeah, somebody in my family, or my wife or me, chest implants or butt implants, whatever, lip injections. I said, what would have happened if I told you that one of us had some type of surgery? He said, well, have you? I was like, no. I said, but I have a podcast and I want to talk about it. So, just any information you can give me is good information. He said, okay, cool. So he said, y'all women. Some dudes too. Some dudes. And they ain't just the women. But y'all women. He says, well, what happens is we notice that a lot of these people go in and they get the cosmetic surgery, whether it's with the teeth or whether it's with the boobs or whether it's with the butt or whatever. It only has around 5 to 10 years time span before something's going to happen. And what happens is, before we insure those people, we want to make sure that they can afford their own deductible. I said, okay, so I'm just curious. Because look, check it out. My deductible for me and mine is like maybe like $500 something. It's low. Like, and then if we have to go to the doctor, it's like $25, something like that. $50, $25, whatever. So I said, okay. I said, how much is it if it was a woman? I'm just saying. And I'm going to put dude in there too, because y'all think I be getting on the women. So this is not a woman bashing fest. I'm just saying. I said, but what if it was a woman that got some implants 5, 10 years ago? How much would their insurance be? He said, give me a second. So he's like, look, anytime y'all hear somebody do this, anytime y'all hear them keys start tapping, yo, that joint about to be ridiculous. So I said, how much would their deductible be if they got the implants and all that stuff? He said, well, based off of what I'm looking at now, they would have like a $3,500, $4,000 deductible. I was like, y'all better be happy with what you got. Be happy with what you got. This is the part that nobody talks about. I'm normally just curious because, of course, R.I.P. to Jackie O, with DC Young Fly and Kanye's mom and some of the other women that's lost their lives while they underwent surgery. I get that a lot of people can afford the health insurance and they know all of the factors that come into play. But my point is, why go through all of that? And then what exists in today's society that makes you feel like you have to do that? What is it? I'm curious. If there's any women that want to post something in the chat, why? Why? Please tell me, because I don't see how having certain surgeries is justifiable, especially when you add the cost of health insurance and you add the cost of all the other things that might have to come into play. I don't see why is it necessary? It's not necessary. You said self-esteem. Okay, so all right, we about to get deep. I'm not trying to get deep because I might talk about this later on this week. We'll see. But from your Amber, from your perspective, do you feel like a lot of these women have low self-esteem based off of their own insecurities, or do you feel like they have low self-esteem because of their social environments? That's one question. If you feel like you have low self-esteem and that's just, I grew up that way and this and this, and I've never felt highly of myself, and that's a whole different story. You say social. Okay. All right. So this is my next point. If you feel like somebody is being pushed to have low self-esteem based off of their social environments, change the social environment. Right? I just don't see how it's a positive. I don't see how it's a plus in nobody's eyes. I just see all bad. I see bad. Last week we talked about how all of the companies is just trying to sell you certain drugs. They want to keep you on this. I'm going to give you this. I'm going to prescribe you this for this. Like, it's just... So, if we know that it's a strong possibility you're going to have to get some type of medication, you're going to have to go in and get another surgery, you're going to have to pay another 15, 20, 30 grand to get another surgery, why do it in the first place? Work on what you got. Work with what you got, please. I don't know. I don't like it. Especially if you got the option to pay a $500 deductible or $4,000 deductible. What? I'm just saying. All right. Next up, we got the. Hold on. Where we want to go? Where y'all want to go? We got the Tyler Perry deal. We got the Morehouse debt. We're gonna go to the Tyler Perry deal. Let's talk about some money. We 50 minutes in. We're gonna talk about this Tyler Perry money right quick. All right, so I just read that Tyler Perry did a deal. I almost doubt that they put the dollar amount on it, but let's see. Tyler Perry Netflix deal. All right, let's see. And it says multi-year deal. Tyler Perry just did a multi-year deal with Netflix. All right. Where we at? First look, film deal. Now, granted, I already know before anybody over here. What up, Saint? Anybody over here? Or anybody in the super chats? Appreciate that. I just saw that. Appreciate you. I do realize how y'all feel about Tyler Perry. I get it. but that man making some money. All right, it says filmmaker and multimedia mogul Tyler Perry has struck a new deal, a multi-year deal with Netflix that will see him write, direct, and produce feature streamers. Oh, I like that. I like that. And this comes from Amazon Studios. Oh, Tyler getting some money. Tyler getting some money. Let me give Tyler a clap, yo. Everything that Tyler Perry is doing is exactly what I teach. It's exactly what I teach. So let's go back a little bit, because I like to develop timelines for certain people, right? Tyler Perry is a perfect person. I might do a full review on just Tyler Perry's career. But for now, let's just do a small little breakdown. Let's do a small breakdown. Tyler Perry. All right, when did Tyler Perry start making movies? All right, so right now, let's say it says Tyler Perry started making movies in 2005, right? His first movie was Diary of a Mad Black Woman. We already know what that did for the community. It boosted the community up, didn't it? What up, Portia? So, all right. So he's been doing this since 2005. I think his start date was probably in the 90s. Let's see. His start date, it says active years, 92. Yo, he been getting it in. Active date started in 92. All right, so if you look at Tyler Perry's career so far, he started with the stage plays. He said, just like I teach all artists that hit the chat, it's the same thing. Hello, Portia. Hey, girl. Just like I tell every artist that hit the chat, you got to start building your community. What Tyler Perry started doing at first was the stage plays, right? The way he funded the stage plays was his refund checks from his income tax. He took the income tax money, put it towards the stage play. Did okay. Crashed again. Do it again the next year. Did okay. Did it again. He did all of this. I think I first started hearing about Tyler Perry in the mid-90s. It says so he was financing his stage plays for roughly $12,000. $12,000, right? A lot of people could touch $12,000. You could touch $12,000, right? And I like to use Tyler Perry for an example because I think using this model it'll take you all the way to the stars. The model is this: save as much as you can save, put it behind your art. If you can't save no money just yet because you're not making enough money, then I have the blueprint. I've literally wrote, go get the Recession Prep Kit Handbook, use the promo code MAD50, download that joint, figure out what kind of skills you can develop. Develop those skills to the point where people want to pay for you to do stuff for them, right? My initial entry point of entry was like $50. That's why I wanted to make an extra $50. I think it was like in a day, so it was like $250 for the week. And I've told the handyman story over and over and over and over and over. But started the handyman business, started doing things over here, started doing a little bit better, and then voila, you start riding it up. Tyler Perry did the same thing. Now, granted, I'm nowhere near Tyler Perry status. Nowhere near it. But I'm just saying, I real recognize real. So he started using his income tax money, and he was funding his stuff. And let's see, so 92 to 2002, that's 10 years, right? And I'm using these examples because I think what happens with a lot of creative people, we think that our stuff should just hit immediately. As soon as we put that joint out, we need to have a fan base. Yo, why ain't got 100,000 people? Why ain't got 1 million people following my stuff? Yo, a lot of times stuff just takes time. So let's put some time, put the time together. He started in 92. So 92 to 2002. That's 10 years gone. 10 years gone. But what I would say, that 10 years for him was proof of concept. He showed all of the companies, look, I got this following. Same thing I teach. Again, perfect parallel. He got this following. He got all these people showing up to his stage plays, and I ain't never did no movie. Hollywood, y'all don't want to do me. Y'all want to help me do no movie? Hollywood said, nah, we good. We good. We gonna do this movie with Martin Lawrence. Martin, I love you. Ain't you? That is not a shot. That is not a shot. But yeah, the film company said, nah, we gonna do this movie with Martin Lawrence. He said, all right, cool. You know, I'm gonna go back and do some more stage plays. They said, all right, you go do that. So he comes back to the state. He comes back to the studios and say, "Yo, Hollywood, I got another like 100,000 people that's coming to my stage plays. You still don't want to do a movie with me?" They say, "Nah, we good. We about to do this Will Smith movie." All right, that's the only one. That's the only one. That's one. I promise, no more. They say, "Nah, we gonna do this Will Smith movie, and Jada gonna be in it." Will and Jada called Secrets. All right. I'm done. All right, so then he comes back to Hollywood and says, "Look, hey, Hollywood, I literally have 500,000 people that will come watch this movie if y'all would just help me do this first movie." Hollywood says, let's try it. We'll try it. Now, if we try it, you still got to pay about 80% of it. We're going to give you 20% and we'll distribute it. AKA, we're not really doing nothing, but we'll go along with it and see how it works. Let's see what happens. They do the movie in 2005, Diary of a Mad Black Woman. What happened? All them church women go down and say, "Hey, is that Tyler Perry? Is that Tyler Perry?" Girl, have you seen that movie? Y'all know we didn't have like cell phones like how we have them now. Girl, have you seen that Tyler Perry movie? Girl, what he did? Did you see that man? He was just nasty. He got what he deserved. Girl, blah, 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 right? All the chatters. It happens. Tyler comes back to the studios and says, "How's that bottom line look?" Studio says, "Hey, let's do another movie." Guess what? Young Jeezy laughed. He showed proof of concept. He proved his value in the marketplace. Now, he's rolled that all the way to, what's his net worth right now? I'm looking. Let's see. Tyler Perry net worth. So right now, Tyler Perry is worth a cool $1 billion. I know it's more than that. He got to be worth way more than $1 billion. I like how the internet, whoever his people are that keeps his money under wraps, they're doing a really good job. But right now it says Tyler Perry's net worth is $1 billion. This man started with $12,000 from income tax money that he saved up. If he can ride 12,000 all the way up to 1 billion, everybody got the ability to do the same thing. His new crib is crazy. I ain't seen his new crib. I know it's ridiculous. I think he had a crib. He was working on the crib in Alabama too, something crazy. But my point is this. Let's not set so high expectations on our following building in 6 months to a year. I think whatever you do in the content space or in the music space, music's still content, but anything that you're doing in this creative space, don't look for that joint to just hit immediately. If that joint hits immediately, I would be very scared. If whatever you're doing, whether it's music, whether it's with a new business that you started, whether it's with a relationship, if that joint hit immediately, I would be very afraid. I would be very watchful of why. Why did it hit so fast? Why did that joint hit so fast, bruh? Go to his crib. It's near Fayetteville. Okay, I'm gonna look it up. Right quick. But be very afraid when something hits immediately. Cause I noticed this. Anytime something hits fast, it fizzles out fast. Just as fast. Alright, I'm looking at Tyler Perry's new house in Fed. I don't know if we're gonna say that on the chat. I ain't gonna say that on the chat. On the pod. Let's see. Oh. Yo, this ain't no house, yo. This Tyler building the Biltmore Estates, yo. That joint is ridiculous. Sheesh. The funny thing is, when people build houses like this, especially with the billionaires, if y'all didn't know, so y'all know y'all see billionaires and millionaires build houses. It's like ridiculously big and all of this stuff, right? They don't build that house for them technically. They build that house to hide money. And not hide money in a Donald Trump sense. But they build the house to hide money in the form of an asset. Cause you can't get taxed on something that's so if he built this house look like it's at least about, this house probably costs about probably about 50 million. This house could cost about 50 million easily. Considering the land, considering all of the fronts, like the landscape, the house size, the levels, like you got 4 stories in it. It's at least probably about 50 million, right? He's building that house with a net worth of what he's worth, and then he just did the deal with the studio. So what's gonna happen is every year, guess what? That house is a write-off. Oh no. We don't. I got this house over here. I got a house in LA. Got the house in South Georgia. I got this house over here. Now, how much is all of that worth when we come to write our income tax off? Oh, well, Tyler, based off of this, you only made about $5 million for the year. Sounds good. Let's pay taxes on $5 million versus this billion. Right now, granted, I don't think if his CPA could get his joint down to $5 million for $1 billion, that joint ridiculous. Like, all right. But yeah, so don't think that, back to the artist and time span conversation. Don't think it's worth 100 million because he got land. Okay. I'm gonna look it up. I might do a deep dive on it at some point. But yeah, don't think that the stuff is gonna hit immediately. Have some patience. And the last thing I did want to talk about, this Jay-Z thing. It's not really that big a deal to me. Just because I've just paid attention to Jay in all of his interviews. Yo, is it just me, or does Jay-Z be looking like this in every interview? Yeah. Like he's uninterested in every interview he does. But anyway, why would Jay agree to do a dinner meeting with some rando instead of the rando taking $500,000? I would never have just a random dinner meeting with the person and it's not no order of business and like I don't have no relationship with you. Why are we eating? Why are we breaking bread? Like this, come on, y'all. I think honestly, a lot of times when certain media platforms pick up certain conversations, they think that it's a big deal because it is who it is. For me, I don't look at it like that. I look at it like we are in the space of just making smart decisions. Like, why would you not take the $500,000 instead of a meeting with Jay? Just think about that. Because after you leave that meeting, you still left with the same amount of money that you came there with. Makes no sense. If anything, if it were me, I'd take the $500,000. I will invest probably about $100, maybe $200 into some type of real estate deal. Just what I would do. I would invest about $100, $200 into some real estate. I probably trick off probably about 30. Trick off 30, about 40. Trick it off right quick, right? On my wife. And then I would save the rest. Right? And not necessarily save it in the form of a savings account, but I would invest it into some type of stock. Maybe it's a Fortune 500 companies or a growth stock mutual fund. I'd invest it in something. I wouldn't just let that joint sit. So yeah, like, come on, y'all. Y'all got to do better than this. Like, I don't even feel like it was worth a headline. Like, did y'all feel like this Jay-Z $500,000 story was worth the headline? Because we heard it years ago. It's nothing new. And then don't let's not bring up the idea of Jay only giving his cousin $4,000 at the family house. Like, y'all, this is all minute conversations. We have these conversations and it don't push nobody forward. It pushes nobody into the space where you need to be. We just talking just to be talking. Like, what are we really doing? What are we really doing? It's not much knowledge that you can get from him. Jazzy, what up? So, Shane, this is my thing. When it comes to Jay and people like a Jay, right? Most of the time, those people are not going to just freely give you information based off of you being in their space. They don't care. They're just going to be looking like, oh, okay, you're bad. Go level up, champ. Do your thing. Jay don't care. Just as if a Jimmy Iovine or Russell Simmons or anybody that's in that Deca million category and up, they don't care, yo. Like, the conversations these type of people have is, yo, well, I was considering investing into a space station. I was considering investing into this space station with Elon, and that's based off of me growing and, again, hiding my money in assets. That's what they do. They don't have these, yeah, you only get the $500 deal, you're going to get the $500. They don't care about none of this stuff, y'all. So I feel like if you are in the space and you're not making over $50,000 and up, and I want to say per month, I really want to say per month, but I'll say a year. If you're not making $50,000 and up per year, we shouldn't even be indulging in certain conversations. Like, you're literally behind. Everybody is behind that's having these minute conversations and only making 50,000. I'm gonna say 100,000. 100,000 is a nice point of entry. That's the first point of entry, and doing all right. But it's just like, yo, we gotta cut it out, yo. And some of these news outlets, please, again, do not interview Cheesecake Lady no more. It seemed like Jada's sitting down. I pray to God. I pray to big baby Jesus that Jada's sitting down for a little bit. I pray that Will sits down for a little bit. Will out here. All right, so I don't see nothing else. That's like you saying lunch with Jesus or $1 million. Uh-oh, shit. Shame. I be telling people in the chat every week, do not post it in the chat if you don't want me to talk about it. Shame on TikTok says, that's like a lunch with Jesus. A lunch with Jesus, $1 million. My question would be this. If I take this $1 million, how fast is Jesus going to kill me? You going to let me, how much longer you going to let me live? Can you go to God, tell God, look, hey, my boy needed $1 million. He need to go out here and have a little bit of fun. He done struggled his whole life. God, he done struggled his whole life. Let that man live. I'm going to take the $1 million. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Jesus, matter of fact, watch this. This is how I work. God works in mysterious ways, huh? This is what I do. If it's $1 million, $1 million on lunch with Jesus, I'm going to say, Jesus, look, I love you. I can't do this lunch today. I'm going to take this $1 million, but I'm going to tithe, huh? He going to get his 10%. Matter of fact, I might even give God his 20%, huh? Double blessing, hello. Yo, don't play with me. I be like, yo, Jesus, hey, you know my heart. Why do we always say that? Why do we always say, God, you know my heart, when we about to say something nasty? About to do something nasty. Yo, that's a whole nother conversation. But as soon as we about to do some real, like, gutter, that real gutter stuff, I'm about to be with this real, like, sexy red type of broad. You're like, God, you know my heart. Yo, God be like, bro, you gonna get out there and get chlamydia. That's what your heart gonna say. I'm not in it. Don't come to me once you catch chlamydia from this. All right. I've been in for an hour. We're an hour in. I'm gonna see y'all at the end of the week. This is episode 10. Godly, what did I say? 105. Episode 105. If anybody in the chat want to have some music talk tonight, please come to tonight's live. I will be talking. I wanted to unpack the Offset album, so I might still do that tonight. I don't know just yet. But I also want to. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot about the money. Money, please forgive me, for I know not what I've done. Look, I bet my sponsors like, not sponsors, my partners. I know my partners like, this motherfucker ain't even said nothing about the brand. This episode right here, this episode of the Mad Lucrative Podcast is brought to you by Clover. If you need to save money from your processing systems, holla at me. But for real, if anybody got a business and y'all need to try to cut some of y'all costs as it relates to all of your processing, your debit card payments or any of that stuff, we have Clover that we've partnered with, and they are offering all of y'all a discount so y'all can get some fees cut off of y'all monthly stuff. It was amazing to me, and this last thing, but it was amazing to me going through the course or starting to go through the course on how these companies, if you didn't know, say you own a shop that sells donuts, right? Say you own a shop sells donuts, and you have to have this credit card swiping machine. That credit card swiping machine fees can be all the way up to 12-15%. So if you got a customer that came in and bought one donut, say that donut costs $1, that company is only gonna make, what's that, 78 cents? That company is technically only making 78 cents off of $1 if they got the 12%. Hold up, 12% of one. Hold up, 10% of $1 is 10 cents. 12% is gonna be 12 cents. Yeah, 12 cents. So they're only getting a certain amount of money per transaction. So the company that I've partnered with can save you, I think we're all the way down to like 4 or 6%. And that counts. That's a big amount, especially if you're doing, I'm going to say $1 million or $100,000 in sales per month. Off of $100,000, you pay 10%. That's $10,000 gone. I'm just saying. So if y'all need me, holler at me. Everything will be in the bottom of the description. If you need coaching calls, go ahead and holler at me. Magneto7 booking. And until later on this week, let's go. Don't eat no cheesecake. All right. Cheesecake Factory, endorse us, please. All right. Peace.